Even as inflation bites, consumers are still turning to Amazon. A spat of fresh data this week showed consumers are feeling the sting from high inflation. Well, that likely means more pain for retail stocks. New Wall Street research suggests club holding Amazon.
Hell yeah.
Now, Mike, do you still use Amazon?
Amazon's awesome and horrible at the same time.
Explain.
I love this watch. I just got this watch. You know where I got it?
Amazon.
You know how much I paid for it?
$100.
$69. Now, if a merchant wanted to sell me this watch, they'd probably have to sell it to me for $200 to get the margin off it to keep their store open.
Knuckle sandwich.
So Amazon kind of kills small business.
You know what? I just bought Halloween stuff on Amazon. I still price shop. I'll check Amazon, eBay, Wish, but I'm still kind of old school in the sense that I still like to go into a store and look around.
Well, have fun with that. I love Amazon. I buy everything on Amazon.
You can do it too.
Yeah.
eBay is kind of sketchy for me too. Like you definitely check the ratings when you're buying off of eBay. Like the seller ratings, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, this guy looks legit.
Yeah.
I'll buy this $9 item from him now.
I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every time.
I bought a jacket off Amazon, and I was like, it's a cool black jacket, hoodie, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it was like $12 or whatever. I was like, what's the worst that can happen? Dude, it was all like the neck was all super tight.
Oh, yeah.
It was like all like deformed, and the sleeves were super long. And I'm like, dude, what is this, dude?
Oh, hell no.
How do you feel about Amazon? Because it's a tough call, right?
Yeah.
They're kind of cannibalizing the world.
Yeah, if it's something like light bulbs, well, not even that's a bad example.
You see these beautiful studios behind us, folks? Every single piece, including our cameras and our monitors and our computers and our microphones and our headphones, came from Amazon. All of it.
What the hell you say?
Yeah, Amazon's gonna own everything, dude. Amazon's like, we're all gonna be working for Amazon at one point or another.
Yeah, we got an Amazon distribution center in Bakersfield.
Thank you, Amazon, for giving us e-commerce we could trust and bringing us a great value in all these products. And soon, even we'll probably buy our groceries from you on this
midday getaway.
Let me show you how to make the fortune you have always dreamed about.
Check this out.
I'll show you how to make all kind of money.
Yeah, boy!
Will make you financially independent.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Here's a secret for you to make millions.
Here's the secret for you to make millions.
Click clack, homies. Shout out to Tong Vu right there.
Tom Vu, dude.
Hey, man. Woo.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's Adley's uncle, everybody. He don't want to admit it because he don't want to know about the family fortune, y'all.
I was on that boat. That
He was
one
what
you
they
see with
call
all the girls in bikinis, but yeah, they kept me down below. They're like,
They kept him
nah,
the
you
mop
can't
boy.
come up.
They called him the mop boy back then. He was
Clean it
swabbing
up.
the deck.
It got messy.
Tom Vu, dude, you gotta respect a man who introduces the Chino brothers that way. God bless you, Mr. Vu, for respecting Asian American Heritage Month.
Absolutely.
Do you know when Asian American Heritage Month is?
Isn't it like March?
I have no idea.
There is a month. It's Asian and Pacific Islander, API.
We got to share it with the Pacific Islanders. What about Damage? You think Damage knows when Latino month is?
Definitely. I think he's part. Well, we'll ask him when he comes on, but I think he's Filipino a little bit too.
Is he Filipino too?
I think.
All right,
I don't know.
I bet you he don't know when Asian Pacific Islander month is.
Oh yeah, he's gonna know something about DJing and stuff because I've known him for over 10 years. I'm gonna say.
Wow.
And back in the day, we'll talk about it. Look, we worked at a club together, and it was wild.
Dude, my dude Damage was walking over toys. He said when he came in, he was like, "Oh man," I was like, "Oh bro, I know that life."
He's got like 16 kids or something. So
them Legos, dude. You know what I mean? When you're walking through the kids' room, you step on the Lego and the room is dark.
That's the worst feeling ever. Step on a Lego or kick the coffee table with your toe.
Ooh, that's a tough one, huh?
Those are both
step on
bad.
the Lego. I'm going to step on the Lego all day over kick the coffee toe. You're talking about with your sock, right?
Yeah.
Dude, and the worst is when you pull your foot back and your white sock has red where your toe is.
You know what I'm saying? Man, that was bad. Being a dad, man, it's not easy. It's not easy having those toys and stuff too. But yeah, I remember that. And just my son's 11 now, and you still walk in his room and ow, because you stepped on some random thing. Random toy.
All right, there's damage. Okay, I was looking at his camera. I'm like, man, all I'm seeing is dark, so we can't bring him on yet. Okay. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's how two professional broadcasters tap dance while they're waiting for their guest. Just in case you were wondering, we don't care nothing about no children or toys or none of that stuff. We just want to talk about DJ Damage. Adley, you want to introduce this man and bring him on the air as he walks around his house?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the man of many talents, from doing his thing, from dispensary work, from DJing, from all that stuff, to having a very interesting life. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for DJ Damage. Oh yeah, hey, you're muted. Your mic's muted, Damage.
I don't think Damage can hear us. Can you hear us? Damage, can you hear
muted.
us?
Can you hear us? You're muted.
We can't hear you, Damage. Your mic is muted.
I think you gotta. Can you unmute it on your screen? It won't let me unmute you. Wait, it says your mic isn't connected.
You guys hear me?
There we go.
There you are. There you are. Okay.
There we go. What's up, Damage?
The plug isn't working, huh?
Yeah, no, I got an important phone call, right?
Nah, nothing's more important than this. Well, maybe.
No, we're good. We're good. What's going on, guys?
Was
right
Ed
on,
McMahon
man, right
with Publishers Clearinghouse, dude? Remember that back in the day? Ed McMahon would show up people's cribs with those $10 million checks.
I wonder if that really happened. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
Or if that was just a gimmick.
It was rigged. Those were actors and stuff.
You think that was it?
Way. Steve Harvey's doing the one now. I heard a commercial and he's all like, hey, someone could be showing up to your house with $7,000 a week. Steve Harvey. And I'm all like, okay, am I going to trust Steve Harvey? I don't know, but $7,000 a week. You're like, well, I mean, what do they sell though? It used to be they'd sell magazines. Nobody buys magazines anymore.
What are you going to buy now?
I'll take my chances with the Powerball, dog.
Yeah. It's like $700 million or something crazy right now, too, man. I think about that.
So not about that life, man. I'm so not about that life. I would never want to win that money, dude. I would never want to win that money.
$2
for $2 for one ticket. I think, like, man, just think it would be life changing, and I could do whatever I want.
Life changing in a bad way, dude. Your kids would be horrible. Yeah, every woman that you've ever even talked to would come after you. People would be slandering your name. You'd find out relatives you'd never heard of popping up at your crib, dude. It never turns out good.
That's why you don't tell nobody you want, dog.
DJ Damage would have baby mamas he didn't know he had.
Exactly.
If you want,
I guarantee you, I got some floaters out there.
I'm telling you, bro. You want to find them? Win that lottery, homie. I promise you that.
Well, no. So I did my ancestry. So, if there are floaters and if they do their ancestry, it'll tell you like, yo, this is your son, or like, you know, like once you do your ancestry, it tells you like, let's say like your mom does it after you. It'll say like you have a match, and it'll say your mom.
Okay.
So let's say one of the floaters does do ancestry.
Oh, dog. I ain't ever doing ancestry.
Then I'll get a notification that'll say you have a match, and then it'll say it's your son.
All right,
you owe back pay.
Real quick, speaking of
you owe back pay child support. What?
Speaking of ancestry, I already knew that. But speaking of ancestry, me and Adley were just talking about this while you were on your important phone call. Do you know what month Latino Heritage Month is?
Turns out, bro, I did my ancestry. I'm not even fucking Latino.
What?
Oh, sorry for the question. I'm not even Latino.
What are you?
I'm a big mix of everything.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Indian. I'm part Irish. I'm 13% black. I'm Portuguese.
Hold on,
Spain.
but did you believe your whole life growing up you were Latino?
Yeah.
That has got to be bananas. How old were you when you did this ancestry thing?
Last year.
You were grown.
Oh my gosh.
You're just like, okay. You're like,
That
wait a
is
sec.
nuts.
I was like, oh shit.
Stop passing damage. Children
No
are
Mexican
watching
in there whatsoever.
Zero?
Really? No Mexican
Zero.
at all?
I mean, there's
Oh,
like,
your last name.
there's like Spain and like some of the European like Mexican countries, but nothing in Mexico.
That didn't bug you out at all?
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Stop cussing.
We're gonna censor this guy. Hey,
Oh,
we're trying not to cuss. We're trying not to cuss. Hey,
Sorry.
but the Irish thing makes sense.
I guess.
Wow.
You used to drink. I don't know if you still do,
But
Adley,
because
can you stop with the racism on this show, for the love of God? We're already called the Chino brothers. Like,
hey, but there wasn't no Asian in there, so
no Asian.
no
Dude,
Asian.
That's crazy.
Adley,
That's
could
crazy.
you imagine though, if for God knows what reason you decided to do some form of ancestry.com and you found out you weren't Asian?
That would blow my mind.
I would lose my
blow
mind.
my mind.
I would lose my mind. I can't believe you are not losing your mind right now, DJ Damage.
So I'm not Latino. I'm just like some kind of mutt.
Wait, but did you grow up speaking Spanish or anything, or Spanish in the house?
My parents did, but they never taught. They always just
kind of. Oh, you're one of those guys that kind of like
Mexican. Yeah, you were just a Mexican American kid, but turns out you weren't even a Mexican American kid. That is, dude, I would lose my mind if I found out I was not Asian. Like, if I found out I was part Latino, I'd be like, kind of makes sense. All right.
Another thing I found out too. So my first name is Matthew, right? Turns out that's not even my fucking name. That's not even my name either.
What kind of weird life does this man have, Adley? It's like the born identity, but not even.
I went to go open a bank account, and this is like probably like 7 years ago, and they're like, "Yo, your driver's license doesn't match with your social security card." So I went to mom's and I was like, "Mom, you didn't spell my name wrong, did you?" She's like, "No, whole life, bro. 2 T's, right?"
Yeah.
1 T.
Oh,
it's Matthew with 1 T is the real way to spell it.
It's a whole different name. It's Matthew.
Matthew.
And it's an African descendant name.
Holy God.
African, I know.
Damage.
Matthew.
So okay, hold on. We'll get into like the hip hop story of your life and whatnot, because that's what we do. But this is too much, too quick. Like, because like how like I'm being honest, Adley. Imagine you open a letter, pull it out, no tie. There's not one drop of Thai blood in you.
I'd be blown away because my whole life has been egg rolls and tom kha khai and pot. You know what I'm saying?
All my family speaks Spanish, and we've been part of the culture and all that shit, and it just it didn't pop up.
That is insane.
Wow, that is.
Do you like tacos?
But
love tacos.
Stop with the racism, Adley. Other than Mexican people like tacos. Damage. Now, like
maybe that's why I haven't had good luck with Latina women.
Maybe
because I'm not even Latino.
Wait, how long did it take for you to process this?
Oh, I kind of knew I was different, so I was just like, it kind of makes sense,
Like you saw it, and you were like, okay, word. You weren't like because how long would that take you to process, Adley?
It would take me a while. I'd sit on it for a week or two, just being like
a week or two.
I was like, no Mexican. I said, it kind of makes sense.
Really? That quick?
Like a light bulb's like, hey.
Well, because my whole life, they would always be like, what are you? What are you?
Who would be like, what are you? The cats in the street?
White people, of course, would be like, oh, you're
Mexican.
White
people do that all the time. Come on.
You're Mexican or Filipino.
Yeah. You know how white people are. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But like other people were like, what are you? They thought I was like mixed with something, and I was always wondering like, what am I? And I guess I found out.
Yeah, and your mom and dad both spoke Spanish fluent, and that was their first language.
No, second language.
Oh, what was their first language? English then?
English, yeah.
Oh, okay. So they were even second generation.
That was their second language, and then their grandparents, that was their first language.
There's some war criminals and Damage's background, bro. back in like the 1800s, that's where all them fools, they just went down to Mexico and hid. They were like, oh man, the warlord or whatever's coming after them. The Fuhrer
on the run.
Yeah, they went down to Mexico. They hid, right? And they're like, look, bro, if we just like pretend we're like these people, no one's gonna know the difference. And then they just kept it pushing until science told us different. That is bananas, bro. It would take me, Adley, Damage. It would take me minimum a year for me to recognize I was not Japanese.
If you guys do your ancestries, other stuff will pop up. Like you'll be,
I don't even know about that stuff.
Be part of what you say you are, but there's gonna be other stuff that's gonna pop up.
Yeah,
so
but bro,
weird. That's crazy.
Our parents look mad Asian. That's the difference. Like,
my mom's
my
little
dad
short, little
and
Asian
your
lady.
mom,
yeah.
Like my dad. Imagine if you found out my dad wasn't Japanese. I mean, it would make sense why he was so like tough and stuff like that, but like I would bug out, dude. I would lose my mind.
That would blow me away too. But
you said a week, dude. A week
or two,
like,
I'd sit on it and then be like, well, I mean, it is what it is, but I'd still go to the Thai joints. You know,
what are you gonna do?
The food.
Yeah.
Would I have to confess and not get the discount anymore?
I wouldn't tell him. Attitude, because attitude's like, first of all, Damage is like, first he's like, I'm the one it happened to. I don't care. Where it's never gonna happen. I can't imagine it's ever gonna happen to me, and I'm already crying about it. Like, I would need a therapist. I would need like a special pillow, you know, to like reassure me I was good. You know what? You know how come it would probably bug me out? Because now people are trying to pull off this transracial thing now. Have you seen this, Damage?
I was no, but honestly, I was more worried about the floaters popping up than anything. The not knowing I was Latino was not that big of a deal. I was just like, man, I'm on the I'm in the system now.
Dude, I did DJ that party in 2013 back in
It was
Arvin.
a wild.
Could have been
so I had like a 10-year run of clubs where I was doing clubs 5 to 7 days a week for 10 years straight.
We're all DJs on here, Damage. We know what kind of trouble we can get into.
And shit, I mean, stuff got wild, man. So I mean,
yeah, the after parties.
The after parties. They were always at my house.
Yeah, we know about them things, bro. Okay, so let's get into it. You ready? Let's get into this. So when did you start loving hip hop, or were you a hip hop DJ?
Yeah, I started actually as a b-boy breakdancing.
Nice. Tell us all about it.
I started like probably 94.
Oh wow.
Just met up with some kids at school that were into it. Started learning. We made a little crew, and then
were you in high school?
High school, yeah.
Okay, and where did you grow up?
I was originally born in LA. Moved to Bakersfield when I was 5, and then I grew up here.
What part of LA?
East LA.
Oh, my brother's from East LA. I grew up in West Covina.
East LA. My parents were like, it's cheaper in Bakersfield, blah, blah, blah. You know, we moved, and then eventually all my family moved over here. So all the family migrated from LA out here.
What high school did you go to in Bakersfield?
I went to South High. Well, I went to West High half the year, then I went to South High.
Okay.
All right, so now we start this. Go ahead.
So yeah, I started breakdancing, and we had this crew that was actually pretty good. And I don't know if you guys heard of the Radiotrons in LA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we started going to the Radiotrons and other events and entering the battles for the money.
Oh wow.
And we started winning. And we were doing pretty good. And one of the events, I had just went up to the stage, and they had like 12 turntables set up, bro. Like a whole line. And these fools
were the Scratch Pickles going to be there?
I mean, the guys were dope, bro. Like,
really?
There's this dude named Rip One that was really dope. All these fools were just killing it, like, and they were like going like a bunch of turntables, and I was just watching, bro, and I was just blown away.
Yeah,
I was just watching how they were manipulating the music.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm done breakdancing.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna start DJing, and so I got me some old turntables, the old mixer. I started learning on my own.
We don't skip this part, Damage.
Yeah.
What were your first turntables, and what was your first mixer?
It was a Radio Shack mixer.
Oh yeah, everybody says it, dude.
Big ass one. And I had some turntables I got from my grandpa's garage. For some reason, my grandpa had like collected turntables, and this fool had like just a bunch of random ones. So yeah, I found a Sony one that had like a knob pitch control on it. And I found a Technics one that was like, it was a Technics 1000. I'd never even seen one before.
Was that a belt drive?
No, it was direct drive.
Oh, it was. Wow. Okay.
But it had the knob pitch control on it.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I've never seen one like it before.
That's sexy. Yeah, that's cool.
So I practiced on those for like probably like a couple years, and then I finally saved up, bought some Techniques.
All right, now how were you saving up? Were you doing gigs? Were you working at Jack
I was working at Cinnabon in the Valley Plaza.
How good are them Cinnabons though, bro?
I started working there when I was 14.
Really? Okay.
They somehow let me, I like begged them to let me to give me a worker's permit that young. and they did, and I was able to start working.
Cinnabon at the mall, dude.
I saved up all my pennies from Cinnabon, and I bought 2 Techniques, and they're expensive, dude. I remember I would leave Cinnabon and walk to the Good Guys across the street. I don't know if remember.
I was here after Good Guys, but I know the store.
It was next to Jack in the Box, like right across the street from the mall. Yeah. And I would just go over there and just stare at him.
Yeah, dude. Stare at him. Sometimes you touch.
Stare at him and mess with him, and
sometimes you touch him. You feel the felt on the pad.
I would talk to the salesman, try to get the cheapest deal. I had no money. You know what I mean?
The Good Guys. Yeah, the Good Guys is probably retail was probably $700-800. I feel like because you kind of had to shop around to find the $500 deal.
I paid full pop. I paid full pop for them.
Oh man!
And I take that back too. So before I had those turntables I started on, I actually had 2 tape decks and the radio shack mixer.
God bless you.
Those are the craziest mixes I ever made.
God bless the DJ, man.
And 2 cassette decks. Oh my god!
And we were doing pause tape mixes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn it! Do you have any of those tapes left?
By the time you're done, it's all.
Yeah. Do you have any of those mixes?
Even
left?
with the noise reduction,
like lying around.
Dude, that's crazy.
That'd be sick.
So, yeah, it was like the tape thing just sounded like crap. So I got those turntables, then I learned from there. Then I got the Techniques, and then from there I started doing gigs at South High during the rallies. Started doing some of their dances, and then started doing house parties, and then later progressed into radio and the clubs.
So wait, so you're doing the rallies, like the pep rallies for the football games or whatever and stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's at South High. That was at an outdoor, you had an outdoor lunch area, or was
they usually did it in the gym.
In the gym. Okay. And you're playing all vinyl. Where are you getting your vinyl from?
Wherever I could.
Wherever.
Where I used to. Me and one of my boys knew Slice. I didn't know him at the time. It was when I went to South. I was a sophomore. And Slice used to live across, down the street from South, right?
Okay.
And he would let us go practice on his stuff, and this fool had all every record because he was on radio.
Oh, nice.
We kind of bugged him, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Was he an older kid? Was he a couple years older?
He was way older than us, bro.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we were little punk kids. Hey, bro, can we practice? You know, he barely knew us. He barely knew my homie. I don't even know how my homie worked it out, but he's like, hey, we can go practice our slices. I was like, let's go.
Oh,
you know? And then Slice would always be like, what's up?
We're
we just got out of school, bro. Can we practice for a little bit? And he's like, but he never turned us down, bro.
Oh wow, God bless
cool.
Slice.
That's cool.
As much as he looked annoyed and probably.
Oh, I'm sure he was annoyed, but God bless Slice.
You taking his Capri Suns though and everything?
Nah, we didn't have none of that, bro.
No snacks. Okay, cool.
Bro, it smells like weed in here. We would just hurry up and go to the garage, bro, and not even try to stay in the house.
But he had it set up in the garage, huh?
Probably, it annoyed him. He never turned us down, bro. And
cool. God bless him, man.
And me and Slice
is still around too, right? He's still around.
Yeah. Me and Slice, we still talk. We're cool. You know, whenever we have time, we it was maybe a couple years ago, we got together and we just had a nice cut session.
Nice.
Okay.
But we would go in Slice's garage and he had doubles of everything, bro.
Was he a mixer or was he on the air?
He was on the air. Him and X-Ray were doing radio already.
Okay.
Was that KKXX?
Yeah.
What station was that? Was that okay?
Yeah,
okay, because this is 90s. And in your opinion, because you're probably 10 years younger than us, at least, the hip hop radio in Bakersfield in the 90s.
Oh, it was dope.
It was okay.
I used to record it.
Oh wow,
really?
Nice.
Okay.
They had, it was, I forget what it was called, but man, they were killing it, bro. I used to record it every weekend, and that's how what inspired me to DJ too. I would listen to the DJs. Well, I started hearing DJs on Power 106, and I was like, man, I want to learn how to do that. And then I would listen to the DJs here, and honestly, they were killing it. We used to go to this place called the Zoo.
The zoo. Okay, I've heard of it.
We used to go over there to break dance, and I don't know why they let our punk asses in.
Wait, what was your
we're in high school, bro. This is a bar.
Damage? What was your crew's name? That's what I was gonna ask you. I forgot.
We had the first crew we had was called Break Force, and then we ended up getting together with all the best crews in town, and we pretty much handpicked the best guys out of each crew, and we made a super crew called X-Men. And
X-Men, okay.
And then once we created X-Men, we started going traveling and battling, and we won a few battles.
That's
nice.
Sick.
How many people were in the crew?
How many people?
Yeah.
You guys remember Tyrell too, right?
Vaguely.
Little dude, Spider-Man. He used to go by Spider-Man. Anyway, he was part of
the crew. Okay, yeah.
There was probably 8 guys.
Okay,
and,
okay.
We won a few battles, won a few Radiotrons, and then we actually got an offer, bro, to go to China or Japan.
Oh, that's dope.
To break dance, to make money.
Oh.
And you know, Latino parents, they're like, hell no. Like, I was 15. You had to get permission from your parents, and I was like the slave. I was the oldest, so I was in charge of the yard, in charge of babysitting, in charge of all kinds of stuff. And I was like, hey, this is how much they want to pay us. That they're gonna have tutors. So we finished our school. This and that. We'll be gone this long. We'll be here this long. And my dad just laughed in my face. He was like,
"Oh man, how old were you though, Damage? How old were you?"
I was 15.
Yeah, nah, bro. You're 15. Are you? No way.
He was like, nah, you're crazy. But I don't know.
Oh, man. So nobody got to go?
One guy got to go.
Oh, God
really?
My boy Manuel got to go, and he did a lot of shit. He really? Came up.
Okay. So he actually did really well.
He did really well. Came back and continued to do really well because of the exposure he got out there.
Really?
That's good for him.
Okay.
Started doing music videos and all kinds of stuff.
That's cool.
Really? Oh man. Well, yeah. Okay.
It is what it is. Don't hate on Manuel, dude. Manuel earned his stripes, man. His parents didn't care about him. They're like, get out. Go ahead, 15-year-old. Go to
How much money was it?
I don't remember, bro, but it was a lot of money for I remember being like, damn.
Like car money? Like I could buy a new car money?
That much?
Like I could buy a new car money, Damage, or no?
Bro, it was a lot of money. It was like a monthly thing. They were gonna give us I don't know, $20,000 a month or something.
Yeah, you're gonna have a new car. You're definitely gonna have a new car.
Whoa.
Well, they were gonna take care of all the food, all the living expenses, and tutors.
And you're just doing shows and stuff.
If I would have went off to Japan, I would have never DJ'd.
That's what I was thinking about. True. Yeah, you might not have seen that. Yeah, you might not have went down that route. So
all right, so now you're DJing at the high school. Are you DJing at like during lunchtime too, or just at pep rallies?
Yeah, whenever I was hooked up with the lady pretty well. She liked me, so she anything they had coming up, school dances, school rallies, they would book me.
Oh, that's sweet.
And pay too, so you're making money too, huh?
And pay, yeah.
How much were you making for the school gigs?
They were giving me like a few hundred each gig, depending on how long it was.
And some free lunch pizza.
No,
Chaos was talking about that. Remember?
But I had it produced a hookup in the attendance department.
Oh, nice.
Attendance department?
No, the attendance department.
Oh, attendance.
Yeah.
So where I didn't have I wasn't at school a lot the last 2 years. I had a hookup in the attendance office to where I'd go by and I'm like, hey, do I got absence this week? She'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, nope, you're good.
What the heck?
Dang,
I would bribe her with cinnamon rolls.
Oh, that's right. You're working at the Cinnabon.
So she'd go to Cinnabon. I would just give her bags of stuff, bro.
Oh man!
And then she'd take care of me on the tardies and the absences.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah. He's the Heisenberg of cinnamon rolls, bro. Paying everybody what's my name?
Oh, Cinnabon was fun, bro. The mall was crazy.
All right, what about the house parties then? So now we're moving into house parties.
So we started doing house parties. I was doing it by myself, and then I linked up with Oso Mighty, and we started doing a lot of house parties together. And they would get wild, and then you know, it's different. It was different back then. Like, you know, with Serato, you have access to all the music. You can download it, you can find it, you can get it from somebody.
Yeah, you had to carry a bunch of crates.
Back then, we was on records, and
we
had no connect. We had to buy the records. You know what I mean?
We not cheap,
no college radio.
We weren't in radio yet, none of that stuff. So we had to buy doubles of everything. I remember going to LA and getting an income tax check and spending the whole income tax check on vinyl, like $6,000.
Woo! Just everything. Yeah, it was.
But they gave me everything I needed that I was missing.
You probably had the hot fire in that stack too.
Oh,
you were probably like.
So me and Oso linked up, and then he had a lot of shit I didn't have. I had a lot of shit. So we started. We were
this
going
is the
back and forth. Like I would.
Damn, this is the 90s.
And then I would take the records when I needed them. And if we did a gig together, then we'd just take them. But it got kind of hard to work it out. You know?
Yeah, it's a little tricky, bro. Yeah, because believe it or not,
who's got what?
Yeah.
But
me and J-Rock would do that, dude, and it'd be like
we both had jobs, so we tried to make sure whoever had the records, you know, had them when they weren't busy. And then if gigs came up, you know, then you gotta take the records.
All right, wait, Damage. So this in the 90s?
This was already like 2000s,
early 2000s.
What kind of music are you bumping? And in your high school parties, it was the early 2000s.
Oh, no, in the high school was the late 90s.
What kind of music are you bumping at the exactly? That's what I want to know about this. What kind of music are you bumping at the house parties?
I don't even remember, honestly.
I'm thinking like the DMXs, the Nellies.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even remember.
But just all the live
Luda,
stuff, man.
I didn't honestly. I didn't have that many records, so I was just playing whatever.
What? Oh man,
I was playing whatever was best with what I had. You know what I mean?
Hey, dude, people were getting down, dude. So that's what's
as long as they're
man.
dancing. That's right.
I had a few hits, but yeah, that's why I applaud some of these DJs are like vinyl only, and you know that's great. I respect their art form. I'm part of it. But I carried so many records, bro.
Yeah.
So long.
I remember that.
And the speakers, dude. The speakers, don't forget I hate the speakers worse than the records, dude.
Well, the records were pretty bad because I was like, I'm kind of OCD. So I would feel like, oh, what if I don't have the song? Or so I would take all my records to all my gigs.
So you're talking what, 4 or 5 crates?
Nah, we're talking like 10, 12 crates.
Holy cow. And you were by yourself? You didn't have a homie or nothing?
Yeah, we had homies, we had dollies, we had everything.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you were by yourself on them 10 crates. I was like,
no, when we did a party, everybody grab a crate, you get it free.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got these 12 of them.
Were they around at the end of the night to help you pack up?
Hell no.
That's what I remember.
Come
They'd
on
bail. I'd be like, dude, you got what? Come on, man. Yeah, that's what I do remember about house parties and stuff. People just bounce after. What part of town were you doing the house parties in? By South High, pretty much, or?
Yeah, kind of like Southwest.
Did you ever get into those warehouse parties or anything off of Union?
No, but I started doing after high school. I started doing like these raves with this crew called Galaxy. They were doing them here in town with my boy Victor. And they were cracking. They were booking like big house DJs and stuff, and they were finding big venues, and they were doing them in Bakersfield, Tulare, and Fresno. And I was like their main DJ. And it was when the hard house stuff was popping.
Okay. So you got into that too, huh?
Yeah, I did that for a little bit, and then right after that, I started doing radio. I linked up with Noe, and started doing guest sets on his house show on 94.1, and then that later led to getting me a job on 94.1, and then I was there for like 10 years, and then decided to leave.
Yeah, 10 years. That's a long run, man.
That is a long run.
Yeah.
Stuff too. Yeah, Noe G, that's the homie though. I will say that.
Yeah,
he was telling us about that, how they did the Hard House in the overnight or after the club sets.
Yeah,
I was like, people would listen to Hard House. He's like, bro, I'm telling you. I was like, wow, like I never thought about a radio station playing Hard House after the club set.
Yeah.
Like,
it was
apparently it kept it popping.
it was trendy at the time. You know what I mean? People were into it.
I even feel like in LA, power tools would run from 2 to 6
They would do
or
the
something
same
like
thing,
that,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was your
club.
reference, Adley, was the power tools. I'm like, I don't even remember power tools.
Yeah.
Humpty Vision and Bad Boy Bill and man, all those guys.
Yeah,
it was
dope, dude.
And what's her name? What's that girl? DJ Irene.
Irene. Okay. Yeah. Is she good? I don't think I've ever seen her live.
She's all right. And DJ Bam Bam. Me and Noah used to go hang out with Bam Bam sometimes, and man, that guy.
Is he wild?
Pretty wild.
Is he? Bam Bam. Just the name Bam Bam.
Give us the juice, bro. You can't say pretty wild and not tell us a story. Come on, damn it. You like spinning yarns. Come on, fool.
So we was kicking it with Bam Bam at DJ Irene's birthday party in LA. And Bam Bam let us stay at his hotel. We went to go party afterwards. And this fool had a couple chicks. And like Noe was literally asleep on the bed.
Sounds like Noe.
Yeah.
And Bam Bam's like boning this chick right next to Noe. And Noe wakes up and looks under the blanket like, hey, oh, what's up? What are you doing, Bam Bam? and I'm like just drinking a beer, like not trying to like not even look, because he didn't even care we were in the room, bro.
Oh my gosh,
bro!
dude,
I'd have to go out of the room. I couldn't stay in the room. I'd have to leave the room. I couldn't do it.
It gets that odor going, and it's And then that's like one of those things when it's not your odor. It's
yeah.
It was somebody else. You're like, ugh.
I was like, why did you invite us to your room, bro?
It's so weird.
And then the other girl, he ended up taking her to the restroom, and we could hear everything.
The other girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came back with 2 girls, remember?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Bro, I would have had it bounced.
And then the next day, Noah was like, hey, did he take Stacey Hollywood to the restroom? Her name was Stacey Hollywood. And I said, yeah. I said, you didn't hear? He's like, man, I went to sleep. I was like, yeah, stuff went down. And I guess Stacey Hollywood was not a girl.
Oh my gosh. I didn't see that coming, Adley. Did you?
I did not at all.
We didn't hang out with Bam Bam for a while.
We didn't.
Oh, that dude, Bam Bam, he was trying to get freaky deaky with the 2 of you cats, man. I don't know what's going on around here.
Wow, you guys might have dodged a bullet, dude.
I mean, maybe. That's 100%. He's trying to get freaky weird. Dude, you don't invite people to your crib when you're doing stuff like that unless you're trying to get them to participate.
Hey, from Bakersfield, we're pretty chill though. We're innocent.
I think we handled it pretty well.
Oh yeah, I think you did.
You're smart, not going to sleep.
Yeah, we didn't go to sleep at all.
I'd have been like, when I opened the whole night, like, oh boy, yeah.
What was her name? Rachel Hollywood?
Stacey Hollywood.
Oh, Stacey Hollywood. Man, that'd be the worst, bro. Could you imagine if Bam Bam would have come in, but like he was trying to pretend like you were gonna just party, and so you're spitting game?
Believe it. We gave him shit about that for years.
I would never stop. I would never stop.
We see him like, what's up? How is Stacey Hollywood? He's like,
oh no.
Hollywood.
Wood.
It's all about the wood. Oh my gosh,
bro. The closest I have to that story is one time me and Adley, we were in a crew called Too Strong Entertainment. We're a DJ crew, and we DJ'd at this gay party. But no, I don't know why I didn't know it was gay. Adley didn't tell me it was gonna be a gay party. So I show up, it's a gay party, right? And there's this dude that was in our crew. His name was Martin, and he was real pretty. But like I always looked like a longshoreman, so I didn't really. It wasn't like I was like, oh no, there's gay people. It was like these gay people don't like me. I don't look. This isn't for them. Martin, on the other hand, though, I don't know if you should be here, Martin.
They're buying him drinks.
Yeah, dude. Martin ended up hooking with the ugliest chick that would like hang out with our crew. You know how you have them stragglers every once in a while? They just hang out with your crew. Martin ends up hooking up with this chick, dude. And we're like, what are you doing? And he was like, I had to prove to everybody I wasn't gay. And we're like, bro, we didn't think you were gay, man. You would have been cool. Dude, then she started showing up everywhere we went. Do you remember that, Adley?
Don't say her name, but I think I remember.
Oh my goodness, it was so bad. I was like, why would you do that to yourself? And that was his answer, Damage. I had to prove to myself I wasn't gay. I'm like, I didn't need to do that. Like I knew who I was, man. I was good.
Yeah, that's a big no-no. Big no-no.
Oh man, it's horrible. Although that the one you just told us about Bam Bam is way worse than that, I think.
Oh man, like Adelaide said, man, I'd make a great movie.
Yeah, and that's the party stuff.
Days,
yeah. Oh my gosh, Damage, dude, Damage. Because you started doing the clubs, so this is probably to early 2000s. What are the clubs that are popping in Bakersfield?
I got hired at Replay. They were like the first club in Bakersfield that was doing bottle service.
Yep.
Oh wow.
So and it was when real estate in town was like booming. So like it was definitely game changer in town. It was the first place to do the VIP service, bottle service, and they were charging so much for the bottles, like it's ridiculous.
And people were paying it, and
how much?
It was unheard of for Bakersfield.
How much?
Right?
There was a guy there all drunk one night who they had to call the cops on because he couldn't pay his like $6,000 bill.
Tab? Oh wow.
He was ringing up $6,000. Oh my gosh, dude!
Like I think the minimum bottle was like 800. Like that's the lowest one was like 800.
Dang. Could you imagine waking up the next day spending $800 on a bottle of liquor? I'd be so mad at myself.
And at Replay, like at every club, we had like crazy nights where like celebrities would come through because I was involved in radio too. So whenever celebrities were in town at a concert or anything, they'd always come to where I was DJing at afterwards. So like at Replay, Wu-Tang came through one time.
Oh, nice.
It was Ghostface, Ghostface and Raekwon came through.
Nice.
And
that's dope, dude.
I DJ'd the concert and I was leaving. I bought a Wu sweater. And the guy that sold me the sweater said he was Raekwon and Ghostface manager. And he's like, they want to go party afterwards. I said, all right, I can see what's up. He goes, we need comp bottles though, and a limo. I said, let me call the owner and see what's up. So I called the owner. I said, hey bro, Wu-Tang wants to come to your club after the concert. They want 5 comp bottles and a limo. He's like, if Wu-Tang wants to come to my club, I will give them whatever the hell they want.
Nice. Smart man.
They finally ended up coming through. They came through it was like already midnight. We had to get them this big ass like truck limo, and then they had a list of like what they wanted to drink.
Man.
So they came in. It was Ghostface, Raekwon, and little entourage, and they had one security guard dude, and he looked like he was skinny with the afro. He looked like one of those black kung fu guys. You know what I mean? And he just everybody, and as soon as everybody closed, he was just like pushing people away, and he just looked like ready, and he looked like skinny, bro, but like cut, like
like a Bruce Lee type body.
But do you think he could come with it though, Damage? Do you
look
think
like he could come with it, dog?
Okay.
I mean, I doubt they would have that full of security if he couldn't.
Yeah, and they were all into the kung fu and stuff too.
Yeah,
so maybe he's one of those dudes.
They probably had one of their homies that knows kung fu put him on. But they ended up, we got them a VIP, gave them everything they wanted to drink. And I was supposed to be DJing, and Oso was there, and I said, hey, bro, you're going to have to DJ. I'm going to go kick with these fools.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
And me and Raekwon smoked a blunt. He hit me up. He was like, you got any trees? I was like, yeah. Went and got some weed, and he was like, open your hands. And he rolled up like a blunt, bro, in my hands like so fast. And I was just like, Raekwon's rolling a blunt in my hand. I'm about to cry.
Oh yeah, man.
And he rolled it up. We smoked, and he was like, "Yo, since you're a DJ, it was like the album they came out with after Wu-Tang Forever, that wasn't that good." And he was like, "What do you think about the new album?" I said, it was good, man. It was good, And he goes, no. Honestly, he goes, what do you think? And I said, it needed more bangers. You were missing about 4 bangers in there. You would have thrown 4 bangers, it would have been a good album. And he was like, I agree. He goes, but it was RZA's call. And I'll never forget that conversation.
Huh.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And then Raekwon was like, what are you doing tomorrow? I said, nothing. He goes, we're playing a House of Blues in LA. Come through. And I was like, all right. He's like, give my number. Just call me when you're there. And I was like, okay.
Wow. Did you go?
Dang.
I went. they showed me mad love, bro. I mean, I went with
Nice.
3 homies, called him. He answered. What's damage? What's good? You here? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I got you. You're on the list. And I said, all right. Went through. They gave us VIP, everything, bro.
Wow.
And we got to party and backstage. It was like we was part of the crew that night.
Wow.
Now, all right.
That's
Now here's
dope.
a debate we've had on the Chino brothers before. Answer this for us, Damage. Adley says RZA is culturally appropriating the Asian culture. Do you agree with him or disagree with him?
I think he just is into it. I think he's just into kung fu and the wisdom of the culture. I don't think he's like trying to be Asian.
You think it's a respect thing? That's what you're saying, Damage? It's a respect
thing?
I
think it's just more like he's trying to better himself by the wisdom part of it, and he respects it and is into it.
100% know that man took a DNA test and was really sad when he found out he didn't have any Asian in him. Like the way the Damage didn't care that he had no Latino in him. That's the opposite of RZA when he found out he didn't have no Asian in him.
Or what if he didn't and he had like 2% Asian? He was like, yeah.
Oh, dude, that would be dope. Huh? They starts coming out on all the commercials like that. Like Heinz Ward, dude. When Heinz Ward, like when they won the Super Bowl, he started getting mad Korean, bro. Like he was mad Korean as soon as he won that Super Bowl. He's like,
you remember the Dave Chappelle show when they traded the
the racial
they traded them to the Asians.
What was it called? The racial draft. Yeah, racial draft. Bill Burr was in that skit, dude. Before Bill Burr was a monster. Yeah, before Bill Burr was a monster.
Huh.
So
dude,
man, that's crazy. All right, come on, Damage. Tell us another fun story about a celebrity.
So one time, we'll go through the replay stories first. Roscoe Molly came through, and
nice.
I battled his manager breakdancing.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's great.
We were after partying at the club, and he started breakdancing. I started breakdancing, and we were all drunk. And he was like, "Oh, you calling me out?" And I said, "Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it." and we ended up battling, and I beat him. He couldn't. He had some shuffles. I could still do.
He ran out.
At the time, I could still do windmills and halos, and
whoa,
I was still able to do some power moves. So I murdered him.
How old were you doing windmills, bro?
Bro, up until maybe I was still able to do windmills like 7 years ago. I tried doing windmills like before my leg got hurt, and that didn't work out. I tried. I went down like I could do it, and my legs just fell.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
Not limber anymore.
It's impressive to see a man over the age of 37 do some windmills. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I'm 42, so I was able to do windmills at almost 40. And my goal in getting in shape right now is to try to be able to do them again.
Really?
Wow, God bless you.
Okay. Dude, because on the flip side, you've dealt with recently even health issues.
Yeah,
where
man,
I'd see your posts and stuff, man. I was like, oh, dude, it's just.
I was in the hospital for like 40 days. It was like something small that turned into like something that almost killed me.
What the heck?
It was an abscess that was growing underneath my skin in my thigh. And the hospital was diagnosing me for sciatic nerve issues because I guess the nerve goes down your leg. Well, my leg was like getting swollen and then like hurting. I could barely walk. So anyway, by the time the great Bakersfield hospitals decided to scan my leg, I had already had sepsis and it was like basically dying.
Whoa,
Dude,
it was scary, bro. Because those are when you post stuff like that, I'm like, what do you say?
Yeah, I had sepsis. The infection was already, my whole body was in my blood.
Wow.
And then the third night I was there, they said my organs started shutting down. And they said, for some reason, my body just fought out of it and got out of it on its own.
Wow.
But they said they were about ready to with the things clear, like they were about to try to revive me. And then I guess the infection got so bad it went to my bone. And then they were talking about amputating my leg.
Oh, jeez. Holy cow, dude.
And I was just like, what the hell, you know? And so it was a long recovery. It was an abscess that popped in my leg.
Wow.
And infected my leg, and then I got MRSA on top of that.
Oh, geez.
And then the MRSA infection went to my bone. So they were like, if the infection starts spreading your bone, we have to amputate it so it doesn't keep spreading. And they're like, but if the antibiotics stop the spreading, then you know it's going to be. Then we don't have to amputate it, but it's going to be a lot of pain. It's going to be a long recovery. So that's kind of what happened. They did surgery. They cut the abscess out. They had to drain my leg. And then I just been on recovery since then. Antibiotics. They had me on like some of the strongest antibiotics in the world. They're really kind of messing up my stomach, and they're kind of messing up my body. But yeah, I'm barely getting around walking now. Not walking for almost over 2 months was pretty crazy. You can't really do anything without walking, you know?
Yeah. You don't realize you're like, this guy's got to be awful.
And then my left leg wouldn't bend. Like, it wouldn't bend at all. So it's like, I couldn't even it was hard to put on my shorts, hard to put on socks. It was just
relearning basically how to get dressed.
Start to appreciate the small things. Like once my leg's better, I'm gonna go for a run. You know?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Well, amen. Thank God.
I go swimming and everything. Yeah,
I'm going to swim. Well, I like boogie boarding, so I'm gonna for sure get out there. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
God bless you, man.
It was scary, man. It was scary. I was
crazy.
All time just thinking about my kids. Like, man, if this thing takes me out, like, where are my kids gonna be without me? And that's the scariest part.
I agree, man. I agree. What's the age range and how many kids you got?
I got 5 kids. I got 19-year-old. His name's Silas. He's autistic, and I got a 14-year-old named Aram, 13-year-old named Maddie. The 13-year-old was supposed to be Matthew Jr., but since I'm Matthew, he's just Matthew all by himself now.
Okay.
Man, poor Damage. Damage is like who would write a story like Damage's story? Like Damage's story, like, all right, you want to hear the craziest crime thriller sex orgy story you've ever heard?
Oh man, I got stories for days.
What's the youngest kid then? What's your youngest?
Oh, so it's Aram's 14, Maddie's 13, and then I have my son Eli, he's 9, and then my daughter Cheryl, she's 7.
Okay.
So I got 4 boys, 1 daughter, and I don't know, maybe a few floaters out there.
Well, Ancestry.com will let us know. You ratted yourself out, fool.
My mom got it for me as a Father's Day gift, and I was like, I hope this ain't the gift that keeps giving. You gotta spit in this tube, right? And I was like, I'm kind of scared for my life to spit in this tube right now.
Nah, I'm not spitting in a tube. I don't need to know.
Either. But then I just did it. I don't know, bro. Honestly, after being in the hospital, all that stuff happened. It made me think differently about if I do have floaters. You know,
yeah, that's true too. Because
the
reality
want to be
part
of it,
right?
I don't want them to be mad because I was a good dad to these other kids, and they barely, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
There's one I think I know about it that I'm gonna have to figure out soon.
Also, there's a possibility of one.
This is not this. This sounds like
there might be number 6.
You know, when you're in high school, your homeboy tells you that, he's like, man, I'm not sure.
There's most likely a number 6.
Oh, dude, this is bad. No, this ain't good. Damage. All right, Damage. Give us. Hold on, real quick. Have you ever been to a convention? How many, or should I say, how many conventions have you been to? Yeah, like DJ conventions.
Yeah, I went to the Bum Squad one in LA.
Okay. Because I thought you were going to tell me you went to multiple. Because I was going to ask you what the wildest thing you saw at those.
I didn't really go to the convention. When I got in radio, it was kind of like radio used to be real fun, and the DJs had power to play what they wanted, stuff like that. When I got in radio, it was like the PDs took all the fun away. You know?
Oh, what year did you get in radio?
I don't remember.
Was it
so
early 2000s or was it
mid 2000s?
It was about 18 years ago.
So yeah, 2004, 2005.
So, yeah, you're kind of on the end of it. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I got the end of it.
Kind
Like,
of starts
we
kind
would
of
go to a lot of
Not
label
really.
we'd go to a lot of the label parties in LA and stuff. And but I only went to one convention because there just wasn't a lot of conventions. But that Bum Squad convention with the LP, I remember.
Was that Raucous? Was that a Raucous Records thing?
No, it was Bum Squad. Latin Prince did it.
Okay.
And he whatever label he was working for at the time, like, took care of everything. But I remember being in the elevator, going down with some DJs and LP, and he's like, "Fuck." I'm sorry. He's like,
"I've given up."
Yeah, so have I. I'm like, I guess we're just not going to try to monetize this one.
He's like,
great stories nonetheless.
Yeah.
He's like, the hotel charges $500 if you smoke in the rooms. He's like, just about every DJ that is here has smoked in the room. And I have to talk to the label about, it was like some crazy
paying those
amount,
fees,
bro. like 12 G's or something.
Oh yeah,
gosh, dude.
Yeah, the program directors or the music directors and the program directors probably got the weed for them from the record reps. You know what I mean? The reps probably brought the weed. PD got paid out. Hey man, here's your little cutoff.
Yeah.
Adlib pretends like payola doesn't exist. Damn.
I am thinking those $500 fines. That's an ad.
When I got in, the payola stuff was over, bro.
It was dried up. But they still visited and came up to Bakersfield.
Yeah, they still visited. I'm still friends with D Train and Leilani.
Yeah, Leilani's good people. She's been on here.
Yeah.
Dude, we were in radio in the 90s, and it was like being in the mafia. Like It was like being in the mafia, dude. I don't even want to tell the stories because people that we know watch the show. And when we first started the show, that's all we did was talked about our radio stories.
And I had like, yo.
Yeah, everybody was like, all right, we're done with that there. My name was Sketch. When I was on radio, it was Sketch. So everybody's like, we're done with that, Sketch. And all of them were like, yeah, we'll come on the show. And we're like, we're getting all these guests. Nope. They came on to be like, hey, bro, remember what you said? And I'm like, oh, I don't think you watched this thing. Yeah,
it lives forever on the internet. Apparently,
I know, but like it was like the mafia. In fact, my program director, this is a story, and I said it while he was on the show, so I don't feel that bad. He loved The Sopranos. And The Sopranos was new at the time, you know. And he'd always tell me about it. You got to get HBO. And I was like, dude, look, do you want to be in the mafia? And he was like, what's the difference? That's what he said. He looked at me and said, what's the difference? And I was like, yeah, man. Dude, there was an indie who when Death Row was around, they didn't play by the rules. So they were hired two indies for the same territory. So we had an indie and another indie came in his territory and he hired somebody to break his arm. That's how radio was.
Damage, you know one of the indies too. We had the same indie. You had the same one at Hot. I don't know if they still do that stuff anymore, but I won't say his name. we won't say his name. But yeah, it was that's the sad part because even now, dude, I'm still in radio and it's just kind of you're given the list, and I'm not the PD on the top 40 CHR station or anything like that, you know. So I'm not on that in that field anymore, but you kind of see it and it's just kind of like it's a lot corporate run, dude. I was at iHeart 5 years ago and you could just see just like local PDs that cared would throw their hands in the air and be like, dude, I got into this business because I love music. I love the art form, but my hands are tied. I can't. Corporate's feeding the stuff like, hey, you gotta add this, and you're like,
then they start taking a taste of everything, and then there's no more points on the package because nobody's buying records. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we were in radio, there was nothing against us. It was the internet wasn't even there was no such thing as the internet really.
People were buying records, the labels were making money, you know.
Yeah,
CDs,
and the labels were so cool with us. Like, dude, you would always have fresh hoodies, you'd always have fresh gear. Then on top of it, you never paid for lunch. Then on top of it, you'd sit and wait in the truck till your program director came back with an envelope of some sort. I don't know what was in there, none of my business, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's the good old days. And dude, just to go back to replay real quick, this is where I met Damage. And I remember I was like, okay, dude, this club is like, because I grew up in Orange County. We lived in Tucson, and Tucson's more Bakersfield than obviously LA. It was kind of like your bars were like, dude, we had a bar called the Bum Steer, and it was cowboy themed. And, you know what I'm saying? So that was kind of thing. Then you go to Replay, and you're like, dude, this is like some Hollywood type stuff. And you're like,
it was that hot, dude. It was that dope.
Yeah, and it's bottle service. And I remember Rum, right, was the owner.
Rum was the owner.
He was crazy as that. Cool as he was the coolest dude.
Wait, did Oscar hook you up with a gig there?
Oscar was the one that kind of got us in there, but it was we were at, I don't know if you remember Play 103.9. It was a weird look for us, I'll be honest. But Damage was the coolest dude ever. And I remember the Washington Apple was the drink of choice. And I think even Damage, like I was setting up and he's all like, bro, hold on before you start. And then he brought around to like the Washington Apples. We're like, listen, we're doing shots. And I'm all like, all right. I was like, dude, this guy. And it was a lot of the Replay nights. This is what I remember most. I didn't remember a lot of the nights at Replay.
That's how Replay went, bro.
You try to keep up with those guys?
Crazy. And I was already 35, 36. So I was kind of on my time. It's time for me to start slowing down mode. And I was like, dude, I don't know if I can't hang with these young dudes, man. But it was fun.
And then Replay had a hotel. Replay had a hotel next door, bro.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Right next door.
It was part of the property, right? The club and the hotel.
Yeah, and it was the same owners. So it was just, you could already imagine what went down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was insane. It was like a house party in club form, but it was slick like a Hollywood club. The
drinking there was just so heavy, bro. Like some nights I would wake up and like open my laptop and be like, what the hell did happen? What the hell did I play? And I would like go through my list, and like sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I did good. And then sometimes I'd be like, oh,
what was I thinking?
The same stuff over and over, and it got me too drunk.
Adley, you got down like that too when you were DJ?
Dude,
you get that drunk when you were DJ?
It was, because it was just kind of like Replay was just, it was
Replay
an
and
anomaly.
Camino were just, I was doing Replay
Camino was
and
wild. Camino was wild. I never DJ'd there, but I remember going and it would be, Camino was insane.
It was just like the drinks were always flowing, and like the owners were just always trying to get you drunk. And the bartenders are trying to get you drunk.
Nah, dude, I can't work that way. I personally can't work
I wasn't
that
a
way.
heavy drinker by any means, but
you don't drink like that, Adley.
But woo, it was like, oh my gosh, dude. And what was I was gonna say? Oh, I didn't, not to bring this up, but Camino kind of got busted for some
cocaine.
No, it was just ABC. That one of the bartenders there was not doing his job right, so they pulled their license, and then
which sucks, dude.
They gave it back to him, and then the same bartender did the same thing again, and that was it.
Seriously?
Oh man, that dude.
Yeah,
they don't have any like some sort of way to switch around the name and give it to their cousin or something. Isn't there something they can do something like that?
ABC is it's kind of with the liquor license. There's not too many of them, so it's limited. It's not like you can just go get another one right away. There's a whole process. So they put you on a probation. You're only going to only be open until midnight, and then they'll clear you till 2, and it's just it's a big process. So like once they get you, and if they put you on probation and then give it back, and then you do the same thing, that's it. Strike 3 pretty much. Because
go ahead, Mike, you finish your thought, but I want to mention Camino.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, that bartender, he should be the scourge of Bakersfield. He destroyed a business, destroyed the livelihood. That's horrible.
Yeah, people weren't too happy with him. A lot of people lost their jobs.
Yeah. That was a big spot because we did Castadores.
Big spot. They were doing. Real. I would be in the main room on Fridays. They had I was in the main room on Saturday. They had Oso on Fridays, and then they had my brother John on Thursdays.
Thursdays we get cracking?
Yeah, good dude.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I used to do Tuesdays there. I did Tuesdays too. It was Pink Taco Tuesdays, and dude, it would crack like a Saturday. I'm like, don't y'all have jobs? Like, don't y'all have jobs and stuff?
Yeah, Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesdays in Bakersfield for some reason
get
go
popping.
off. Yeah, I'm like, it's taco. No, in Tucson, you know, there was I don't even think we tried to do Taco Tuesdays, whatever.
Dude, Tucson was a weird market. Like, I'm losing myself in these stories with Damage because he's playing these magnificent venues. You know, just beautiful to listen about. Dude, you don't even want to hear about our club's Damage. They were boo boo yeah, bro. They were not good.
Thong
dude.
contest type stuff.
Yeah, like it was corny.
Not the girls you want to see in thongs.
No, it was corny. Like our clubs were either corny or gangster. Like,
gangster.
Yeah, our clubs were gangster. Where it's like we were proud of ourselves for a good long time because nobody got shot at our club. That's how bottom of the club barrel we were. But we turned that place out, bro.
It was always outside. Yeah, the shootings were always outside. Thank you.
Yeah, but we would turn it out, and there's nothing harder than turning out a gangster club, dude. Because those people do not want to dance. You got to put the voodoo on them. You got to put the voodoo on them.
You got to play Cali Love twice in a row.
Well, once you get that, absolutely. No, you know what you play? That one that wifey always talks about. What's the one that she likes to play?
Ain't No Fun.
Ain't No Fun. Yeah, you play Ain't No Fun. That's how you try to get them started.
But then
by today's standards.
They might try to pick up on someone's girl after that, you know.
True. Get a fight. You know, and I got to start all over again.
That was another thing about replay. Always fights. Always. The dudes all roided out in their Affliction shirts.
There was just, I don't know what it was about replay, but people would just get so drunk. Replay and Camino. Camino used to have fish bowls. They had these things called fish bowls, and they would one time, I would always get a fish bowl because then I wouldn't have to come back for a drink. I would just.
It was a drink it was because it was like this big,
like a size of a fish bowl. I got you. Yeah. Like they do at the Hawaiian places.
It was like a fish bowl with a handle, pretty much, like a mini fish bowl with a handle. Well, one time at Camino, the bartenders thought it'd be a funny joke to put 100 proof in my fish bowl.
Man,
oh my gosh!
Totally blacked out. The morning, I was like, what the hell happened? The owner had to finish DJing for me.
What?
Because they mix it with something, right? So you can't even really tell.
Yeah, so like it just tastes good. But then like it was 100 proof, you know? A fishbowl of 100 proof will do anybody in.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I ain't like that.
And that was the day, you know, I opened my Serato and I was like, oh, damn it. Damn it.
But the thing is, everybody there was probably drunk and probably were having a good time.
I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal, but I guess once I got to the blackout point, I kept playing the same 5 songs over and over. And
it was like,
hey, but they were the most. Okay. They were the 5 hits at the time, like the 5 biggest hits. So
so it worked.
Like people didn't really care, but after like the 3rd time, they're like, "Hey, like, this cool." And I'm just up there like, like barely alive.
That's a hit.
And I guess the owner just like, bro, you just get off. And then the bartenders told the owner, "Hey, we put 100 proof," and he was like, "Oh, just sit down." And luckily, the owner knew how to DJ. Alejandro.
Is that Alejandro? Okay.
Yeah, so he finished off the night for me, and he called me the next day, and he goes, "Bro, that can't ever happen again." And I said, "I don't even know what happened."
Dude, yeah, that's crazy.
And then
that was bananas.
Because after, and I feel like Replay was that one, and then Camino kind of continued it. And then after that, I mean, well, there was a couple different clubs like Randolph's. Remember that came out for a little bit.
One time I used to do Azul's. I don't know if you guys remember Azul's.
Yeah,
in the alley in downtown.
Yep.
That place was crazy because it was like a patio, but the ceiling was pretty high, so people could smoke cigarettes in there and stuff. It was just kind of weird, and it was hella small. But I was at Replay for a fashion show, drinking with Oso Mighty. I had to leave and go DJ at Azul's. Oso was DJing at Replay. All of a sudden, I see Oso walking with a group of girls. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Bro, like, aren't you DJing at Replay?" And he just looks at me like,
He forgot?
This is back when Oso used to drink. But
he's been sober for a few years now.
He just looked at me like, "Oh crap!" You know, I said, who's DJing right now? He goes, bro, we got so drunk. Me and you got so drunk at the earlier. He goes, these chicks came in that I knew, and they're like, let's go downtown. And I left.
Oh my gosh.
All of a sudden I look at my phone and the owner's a replay. Where the F is oh so mighty? Where the F is oh so mighty? Where the F is oh so mighty? And I showed him, I go, bro, look at this. He goes, I go, you need to get back over there. And he eventually went back, you know, but we got so drunk he got so drunk he forgot he was DJing.
Wow. That's
right, now,
it would be sloppy. Oh my gosh.
So Damage, now you're involved in some sort of a pot store or something like that. What's going on with this marijuana store?
I do genetics. I've created my own variety of strains. So I do breeding. And pretty much I got world renowned recognition for some of my strains. I made a strain called Cheesecake, Dream Cookie, Gorilla Cake, Cherry Cheesecake, and a few other ones. And pretty much I breed the strains. I find a male of the strain I want to breed, and then I find females of the strains I want to mix it with. And it's kind of like DJing, I guess. The different strains that you're mixing are kind of like songs, and you put them together and they make a new song.
That's nice, man. Now, have you sold any of your strains to a famous person like Urkel or something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not probably like as involved as I was when I first started doing it now, but yeah, there were some famous people. I think I never sold it, but like I smoked with a lot of famous people, and a lot of people, you know, like the weed. I got to smoke with Chong, you know.
Oh wow.
Got to give him some weed, and then but yeah, so I did that for like 7 years, and I did good. I pretty much, once you create a strain, you make seeds of the new strain, and then, you know, from the seeds, people have the strain. It's like the seeds are like the CD copy of the strain.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know much about weed or all that and stuff.
It gets complicated.
But you never like commercialized this? You just did it for your own personal use, or?
I commercialized it, but I don't really want to talk about the rest of that.
That's fair. That's tomato. I just didn't know if like you made a strain for someone, you know, like I know that Justin Bieber had a strain,
but people don't understand, like making a strain takes about a year. So I made like a bunch in a few different years, but like making a strain, it takes sometimes people years. So the process is you get a male, the male has pollen, you put it on the female has buds. The pollen then forms seeds in the buds. You get the seeds out of the buds, you plant the seeds, you pop all the seeds, and then you number them. And then from there,
man,
sounds like school.
I know, dude. This does not sound fun at all.
And then from there, you go through them and you flower them, which means producing buds. And you pretty much go through the variations and see which one produced the best bud. And once you find that one, then you figure out what number that was, and that's your strain, and you get rid of all the other numbers.
Man, that's crazy, because I'll be so stoned I wouldn't remember which numbers I put on anything. I'm not that organized.
You got to be very organized. Like I said, I'm a little OCD, so it kind of helped me. But yeah, every strain takes about a year.
If I had number 13, it was a hot strain, I'd be like, Snoop, man, I got your new thing right here, man. We're gonna call it Snoopy Droopy or whatever I'm gonna call it, right? So that way he thinks it's cool. I just want a celebrity endorsing my strain. That's all I want.
Well, now what celebrities are doing is they're just finding a strain they like and then just putting their name on it. You know what I mean? And then packaging it.
Yeah.
That's jacking for beats, bro.
Yeah.
If we're talking about DJing, that's jacking for beats.
It is.
All right. Well, we always end our show, DJ Damage, with reading some of the news. And since you're our guest, you get to pick which news story we're going to read first. And Adlai is going to tell us about them. And then we're going to make fun of the celebrities. You ready, Damage?
I want to hear about Kanye.
All right, well, let's see. I can't imagine we don't have a story about this dude.
Well, we always do Kanye, so I didn't pull a Kanye story.
Oh, yeah,
unfortunately, I'm sorry, guys.
That fool's always in the news.
I'm always like, again. But
right, what do we got, Adley?
I got I'm gonna go. We'll go. Let's go with Dame Dash reveals his top 3 Rockefeller albums because we're hip hop heads, right? Drake forces fake Drake to change his name with a legal warning. If you guys haven't heard of fake Drake, we've talked about it before on the show. Now this is just kind of topical news. In New York County, the court reinstates New York City employees who were fired for being unvaccinated and says that they're entitled to back pay, which I think is just kind of a good, interesting story. This is a Bakersfield story. First Amendment victory, a Christian baker, and damage, you might have heard about this. They refused to make a cake for a lesbian wedding, and a California court says, oh, I lost the headline, but that they actually won it. They didn't have to make the cake, but really that says Bakersfield on it. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
And Bakersfield, they don't care, bro. They don't care. They're like, we're not going to do
it.
Yeah.
Right, so I thought that was funny. What story do you want to do, Damage?
I'll read the names. Dame Dash, Drake, and fake Drake. The people unvaccinated get money, get back pay.
I'll do the Drake and fake Drake.
I love the fake Drake. We did fake Drake. We did the fake Drake story. Who do we have on the show? We had
I can't remember, but we listened to some audio and it was so bad.
Oh, it's awful. This dude can't sing. He don't look like Drake. Like, go ahead, Adlai. Tell us the story. This dude.
It's just funny. So Drake has actually served his fake Drake lookalike with a cease and desist notice, forcing him to change his name. So Izzy Drake, who was shot to social media fame over the last year by impersonating Drake, he shared the legal warning he received from Drake's OVO sound label. Now, the letter was sent last week, and it demanded Izzy to stop using Drake's name, likeness, and trademarks, which they claimed were damaging and defamatory to the OVO brand. Notice to cease and desist, the letter began. Dear Izzy Drake, this letter serves as a notice of your unauthorized use of the trademark OVO to promote your brand and likeness, as well as your unauthorized fabrication of media, which is per se damaging and defamatory to our brand. Your conducted actions are unwarranted, unwelcome, and unacceptable. So he has 7 days to knock it off. And he's actually changed his name to Izzy Famous instead of Izzy Drake. And damage, this dude's was making $5,000 a night.
Yeah,
to do a fake Drake performance.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, dude, he can't sing very good. He would just go out. He'd go out on stage and he have like the Timberlands on. He's like, I'm gonna call you on your cell phone, but he sounded like Chingo Bling singing it, dude. He didn't sound like Drake sounded singing it.
So what would happen to the guy if he didn't change his name and continue to do what he did?
Probably sue him, right?
He'd sue him, but what are you gonna sue him for? I mean,
I bet you he's got a little bit of money in his pocket. I feel like he's doing well on TikTok. I feel like $5,000 a pop, bro. I'll be fake Drake for $5,000 a pop.
But Drake has so much money. Why does he care?
Yeah, why does he care? And even Drake did respond in the beginning. He actually got in contact with Drake, and Drake said, quote, "It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me. Let the guy get his bag. It's not affecting me. If you think it's going to go wrong, if you're posting them up on your Instagram and everything, just keep the peace." So he was like, he didn't really care. But now start making, is it more of a, all right, this guy just looks like an awful me. He sings horribly.
No,
it's
dude.
Bad.
I think because he's charging people for performances is where he probably draws the line.
Bro,
I mean, it's one thing if you do TikTok videos and you want to do like a stupid club performance and just get some bottles, or maybe have you just show up and pop bottles and give you money for that. That's different. But if you're going to perform and say you're Drake, that's a little bit crossing the line.
But he doesn't say he's Drake. He says his name is Izzy Drake. So everybody knows it's a fake Drake. And trust me, as soon as he opens his mouth, you definitely know he's the fake Drake.
Is he performing Drake songs, though?
Yeah. Wow. Dude, he performs Drake songs. This is how horrible it is. They play the CD, not the instrumental. They play the CD, and he sings over the CD, like walking back and forth at what looks like a quinceañera, and boom, 5G.
If they're playing Drake's music and he's doing a show lip singing to his music, that's a problem. In my eyes. it's one thing to impersonate somebody and be funny and, you know, get a lot of views. But if you're going on stage and playing Drake songs and singing along to them and getting paid to perform those, it's a bit much.
5 G's, dude. 5 G's.
5 G's, and you're doing a tour. You're like, and even the guy says, like, hey, man, I'm just trying to feed my family. $5,000. And I'm just kind of thinking, like, well, from that side, because we know the real Drake gets a couple million a show. You know what I'm saying? So $5,000. I mean, I don't know. It almost seems like, in my opinion, I feel like Drake's being a little bit petty. It's like, let the guy get his $5,000 a night.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you both right now what this is actually about. You guys want me to tell you exactly what this is about?
Yeah.
They had somebody comb through this dude's social media, and he said something disparaging about the Jews or the Muslims or the black people or something to that effect. And they're like, this is gonna get out, and now it's gonna look like, oh, Drake's associated with this fella, and he's saying these type of things, or maybe he was a Trump supporter, something. And they're like, we gotta get ahead of this. So nah, bro, you're gonna have to cut that out. That's what I believe is happening.
That makes more sense.
Interesting. Yeah, that could happen. But Izzy Drake, now Izzy Famous, said, quote, because Drake, the real Drake, had his birthday recently, said, quote, happy birthday to the greatest artist in history and my biggest inspiration. I got this cease and desist letter, and as a respectful B-Day gift to the Champagne Poppy Drake, I changed my name from Izzy Drake to Izzy Famous. Like, seems pretty nice, right?
I would have changed it to Izzy Drizzy.
Just keep going with it. I think, you know, why not, man?
Screw it, you know, like,
dude.
I would have been like, oh, I'm Izzy Drizzy now, dog. So send me another letter.
if I was Drake, I would have been like, look, bro, you can do everything you're doing. You're more than welcome to do so, but your name has to be fake Drake. You have to call yourself that, and your fans have to call you just to belittle him, just to be a jerk.
I'd be like, check it out. I'll change my name and I'll hang up my career if you pay me to be your stunt double.
Ooh, that's actually not a bad
really smart.
idea. Yeah, that's actually
really smart.
And that actually wouldn't be bad. Like, all you gotta do is go in the limos, act like you're there, and Drake could be somewhere else, you know?
That'd be so dope. Just think about all the people you never want to see or talk to. If you had a body double like that, just like, all right.
He could just pay him to do all the stuff he doesn't want to do.
Yeah, that is a great idea. Charity events. Nah, man, I don't care about that charity, but I'm supposed to show up.
One of the homies, on my Instagram, I have a Photoshop picture of me and Drake.
Is that? I think I've seen that. Watch out for the cease and desist, bro.
With Nas and Neo and like Wu-Tang and stuff, and then the Drake one's Photoshop.
You just ratted yourself out, damn it.
It's a fake
No,
Drake
one of the homies
picture.
sent it to me as a joke, you know?
Okay. All right,
dude, just grow out your goatee and everything, and you could be the Bako Drake.
I can't even do it, bro, because like all my DNA doesn't allow me to grow out.
No hair? No hair on
no
the
facial
face?
hair?
No.
Oh man, I'm gonna be mad at my ancestors. All right, Adler, what's the next story, dude? Come on.
All right, guys. Okay, yeah. So the bakery that didn't have to bake the cake for the lesbian wedding. Marlon Wayans speaks out against cancel culture. We didn't talk about that. Dame Dash talks about his top 3. And then the New York County Court reinstates is going to back pay all the people that got fired for being unvaccinated.
Let's hear about Dame Dash. I want to hear a fun
Dash,
story. How
Dame
about
Dash.
that?
Okay. Dame Dash. Dame Dash played a huge role in the development of Rockefeller Records, so he has a good idea about which albums from the imprint are the best. During an interview, let's see, Dame lists his top 3 Rockefeller albums, and the selections it says should come as no surprise. Kanye's first album. Yeah.
That's a good album. Yeah, it was
The
a good
Blueprint.
Album.
Yeah.
I like a good album.
Reasonable Doubt. Say what?
What's that one?
I like Kanye's Graduation better.
So the second
That's a good album too. Yeah, that was a good album too.
Wait, is that the okay? Because the College Dropout, I felt like when that.
Yeah, no, it was Graduation, not College Dropout.
That was the second one.
The Graduation was the second one.
Or was it the third one?
The one that
started getting. Yeah, he started getting kind of strange, but the College Dropout was great, groundbreaking, no doubt about that.
All right, so what was the second one? The Blueprint, right?
The
by
Blueprint
Jay-Z?
and Reasonable Doubt.
The Blueprint's pretty good, but Y2J Records
I don't know. That's a tough call, Damage, because
you're part of Rockefeller and all, but you don't have to kiss that much ass.
Well, okay, so I was talking with my wife last night about this, right? Like we were talking about Run DMC, and I was just telling her how much I loved Run DMC, and then I started telling her how how hip hop moves so fast. You know what I mean? So like Run DMC's last or Tougher Than Leather, which was before they put out Down with the King. Like I love that album, but that was also when like, Leaders of the New School are coming out, and like all these like kind of jaggedy hip hop like artists, Tribe, like just those kind of like funky artists, right? And so Run DMC is always in my heart. I always will love that group. But their last album, it was like, man, you just can't keep up. You're not supposed to be in hip hop for some reason. Versus Jay-Z, dude, that guy's stuck around for a long time and been able to duck and dodge and stay in hip hop. That's pretty hard to do, I think. What do you guys think?
True, but I think he could have come up with a better list.
Yeah.
Huh.
And who's Damon Dash? Like, this fool ain't done nothing in so long. He ain't done nothing in so long, bro. Like, why does his opinion of albums even matter?
I felt like 10 years ago he brought Pro Kids and tried to bring him back. Remember that? That's what I remember.
I could see that. Did you guys see that? Did you see that documentary? Was it? Oh man, it was the tour documentary, and Dame Dash was there, and then like Meth was in it, and Redman was it. What was that documentary? But Dame Dash was so angry. He walks in the room because some Def Jam reps were there. He's like, "What was it? You remember it, Damage?"
The show. It was called The Show.
Yeah, that's right. The Show.
Okay.
Dude, oh my gosh. Dame Dash had such an ego in that movie, man.
Crazy.
Yeah. For no reason, because he wasn't hot yet. Like he was like medium hot, but Jay wasn't Jay yet. Like, so.
Yeah. And have you guys watched the Kanye documentary?
Yeah, it was sick.
Nah, I haven't watched it yet.
That one's good. That's worth the watch too, because you
see
the struggle that Kanye, because they're like, you're a producer, bro. You're never gonna be a rapper, and he'd go and rap for everybody, rap for Scarface, and even Scarface walked out like,
yeah,
he just kind of left the room like, I'll be back. And but he's like, I want to be a rapper, and everybody's like, nah, stick to producing, bro. And
he goes to see that A&R rep that he just produced a beat for, and he's like, all right now, and he was singing that where does it go when it all falls down?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Great track.
Yeah, but he was singing that to all these people, and they just walk out of the room. So sad for poor Kanye.
It's like, yeah, you want to hear my song? Yeah. Stick to making beats. Make another one too. And just to read here's the track listing from Reasonable Doubt, which is Jay-Z's first album. So I had Can't Knock the Hustle. That's the one I remember. Had Dead Presidents too. But Ain't No End, like the one I got with Foxy Brown.
Yeah, that was
the one I remember playing a lot. And
No
Can
One
I Live
Love
was on there.
Oh,
yeah,
Brooklyn's Finest with Biggie was on there.
That was that wasn't really a hit, but that was a great song.
That was good. Yeah, it was a good album cut for sure. Yeah, no question about that too. Just while we're doing it though, who else? Could you guys remember who else was on Rockefeller?
Not really.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, because I mean they kind of did that, and but the Blueprint, just jumping over to that, Jigga was on it. Izzo, H to the Izzo.
Yeah.
H to the Izzo was on it. Girls was on there too, and I remember pushing that on the radio all the time. You're like, it's cool, but I don't remember playing that at the club.
No,
do not remember that. The weird part about that is it was released on September 11th.
Oh wow,
which is crazy to think about. It was of 2001. So
that was when Jay-Z would put out like three albums a year. Remember that? He put out an album every season.
Yeah,
because he wanted to be like the Beatles. That I have a lot of respect for Jay-Z, man. Like, I mean, to stay in hip hop that long, I don't know how you do it. You got to deal with the Migos. Like, I don't want to deal with the Migos, dude. I'm Jay-Z, man. Where's Rakim at? No, he's couldn't make it.
The Migos were available today.
Yeah. The Migos were here.
Hey, you want to give us one last one, Adley?
Yeah, but I really want to. Let me tell you guys who else was on Rockefeller real quick. Beanie Siegel, Cameron was on there.
Oh wow.
a bunch of dudes I don't know. Foxy Brown was on there, but she came and went, obviously. Freeway was on there. Jadakiss was on there. Jim Jones. Jules Santana was on there. And of course, Kanye. MOP was on there. Memphis Bleak and Mystical had a run on there for a little bit too.
There's a lot of one-hit wonders you're saying in this list, bro, except for Mystical.
And I'm reading the names I know. The other ones I don't know.
Oh, really? Wow.
Neef Buck. Nicole Ray. Old Dirty, I guess, was on there for a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. So Chino Vasquez. Rel. I remember getting that stuff. Yeah, so a bunch of randoms. So really, Jay-Z is that label. Let's be honest.
Nobody ever
wanted Kanye.
Nobody ever wanted the Rel vinyl.
Yeah, that was that one that floated around. It was like, you remember that? The promotional one was floating around forever. And it was like they overproduced. They made too many of these, man.
Yeah.
It's free. I still don't want it. Come on, Zia, you won't buy this from me? What was the used record store in Damage in Bakersfield where you could sell your used CDs at? Was there a place for that?
Yeah, I used to sell my mixtapes there. They used to be on 19th. I forget the name of it though.
And they'd buy the used vinyl, used CDs and stuff.
Yeah, they'd buy used vinyl.
Dude, he sold mixtapes there. Me and Adlai were just selling CDs that were sent to the radio station there to get lunch. We'd go.
They were CDs, so yeah, but they were that. They let me put them on consignment, and they'd pay me out when they sold, and they always sold.
Oh wow,
cool.
That's hot.
Okay, that's dope, dude. Yeah, we'll have to see. Anybody watching, let us know what that record store was called.
Dude, when Damage said, do you guys remember anybody else that was on Rockefeller? I almost said, well, apparently Dame Dash doesn't. So why are we supposed to remember? Different Chandler twice.
Yeah, it's like odd that you picked Jay-Z and Kanye. Is it really odd?
Is it really odd? Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I can't help it, bro. I have a lot of respect for Jay-Z, man, and he says wild stuff too in his records, and he never gets called out for it. I'm like, how has he put out the story of OJ? Like, if you listen to that song, you're like, how have you not been canceled for putting this song out? It's like, because I'm Jay-Z. I'll just say whatever I want.
I'm waiting for Kanye to, like, you know how Kanye is going through a lot of stuff right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for him to, like, he's either gonna come out with a really dope album or a really crappy one.
Just out there, weird, like, what is going on?
No,
yeah,
dude, you know, it'd be dope.
I can see that.
If he teams up with Kid Rock and does like a Donald
MAGA
Trump type of record.
Make America great again.
I hope he goes back to his roots and starts just making soulful beats and runs with it, you know?
Yeah.
Imagine if Kanye made a whole, like, album with beats that he was making, like, at the beginning.
Oh man, that'd be disgusting.
Yeah. And
drop out still
sat there and wrote out some good songs. I mean, he can do it, but like I said, he's either going to use whatever he's going through to get back on his grind, or he's going to get all weird and make
weirder.
Yeah, I don't think the weird part's going away, bro. I just either that or, you know what? We also have a theory on this show. What if it's all his publicist and every day he just shows up and like, all right, today you're going to wear this rubber mask. And he's like, okay. And he just puts it on and, you know, goes out and then like, all right, you know what I mean?
Could be. Yeah.
Because we're always talking about the guy. Always. You never are not talking about Kanye West.
That's true. And they're saying like he lost all those, you know, deals with all these companies, but in the end, he still owns Yeezy. And he pretty much got out out of all these contracts without any like court repercussions.
Dude, Adidas dropped Yeezy yesterday, and their stock dropped 5%, which is the quickest it's ever dropped in one day.
Wow,
isn't that crazy?
I mean, he can just make a Yeezy brand shoes.
Just go out on his own and just do it.
He can just start making his own brand. And
do you own Yeezys? Damage? You got a pair of Yeezys?
I don't have a pair of Yeezys. I never liked the way they looked.
Are you a Nike
guy? I
don't
like them either.
I got Jordans. You know, I got Jordans and Pumas.
I'm always rocking the Shellys. I like the shell toes.
Yeah, I used to rock Adidas a lot when I was a b-boy, but I never got into the Yeezys. I just didn't like the way they looked or like felt, you know, on my feet.
Jogo let me try his on, and they were like the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn. But I ain't paying $800 for them. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
They said on CNBC today the Yeezy makes up 10% of the Adidas brand right now.
Wow,
that is a lot, dude.
It's kind of not smart of them to drop him, business wise.
He said a lot of the anti-Semitic stuff,
Jews, man. Remember why they dropped fake Drake? In my opinion,
man.
Yeah, he said a bunch of stuff about the Jews. Although I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't really know what he said. All I've heard is people say that he said disparaging things about the Jews.
I don't think. Yeah, I feel like I've looked for it. Like I've Googled stuff, and it just kind of doesn't come up.
Yeah,
so it's like it's hard to find. So yeah, but. Dude, the guy's a genius. There's no question about that. Is college dropout or graduation damage in your top 5? Albums? Is in your top 5?
Definitely is. I went to Talib Kweli's release party a long time ago.
Nice.
Questlove was DJing, and it was right before College Dropout dropped, and he dropped I Wonder, bro, and the whole place just went nuts, bro. And it was a brand new song.
Oh yeah.
And it was just like he played it 3 times in a row.
And people vibed the whole time.
And he was the only one that had it. Nobody else had it. Questlove had it. And he played it at Talib's release party.
I still remember so when I heard Good Life and it was on the closing credits of Entourage.
Oh, okay.
And I remember like rewinding it like, this song is dope. Oh my God. And it was Kanye, and it'd come out like right then too. So you're like, oh my gosh, dude, it was just so good. His music, Flashing Lights, dude. I mean, so many great songs.
What's your favorite Talib Kweli song?
The Blast.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that one? The one that goes Kweli. That's like.
Oh yeah. Now I know that one. Yeah.
It was on his first album, I think.
What's your top 5 damage? If not, well, the other
Talib
4
Kweli songs or top 5 songs?
Albums.
Top 5 albums. Hold on. I wanted to say my favorite Talib Kweli song.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mine's The Ghetto Show. You guys know that song?
No, I never heard it.
Oh, dude, it's so sick. It goes, whatever's in your heart is what it's gonna be, but my heart's in the ghetto. I can't sing that great, but man, it's like super soulful. So it's that one. Or Miss Hill. Do you guys know Miss Hill? Dude, you got to get down with Miss Hill from Talib Kweli. It's a love song to Lauryn Hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what
was the other song?
The other one was Ghetto Show is the name of the song. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's a Common song. Maybe that's why you guys don't know it. No, it is. It's a Talib song because in that song, he references a lyric that he'd said before, but he says it in a different manner this time. So he goes, if truth be told and lyrics sold, I will probably be rich and famous as Jay-Z. But it'd be better for me to speak out in common sense. So I'd like to do a record with common sense. And then Common comes on.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, dude, it's a really good song. That song's it's really soulful. Like it's not a party vibe. And then Miss Hill's a really cool song because it just spells out their relationship. He talks about her mom, and they used to go read books together and stuff. And then in the background, I don't know what the sample is, but it's one of those eerie samples. Another night slips away. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Check it out.
They're brown liquor songs. You know what I'm saying, Damage? They're both brown liquor songs.
And what was the song? Because Dave Chappelle always had them on the Get By. Was that the one?
I love that song
that was
too,
a great
man.
Song too.
Yeah, that was a great song.
Was dope, dude. Is it Talib Kweli? You like top 5 rapper wise?
Top 5 MCs. First will probably be Ghostface, Killer.
Oh, you like it deep.
Second would be Elzai from Slum Village.
Oh wow, we used to street team for them.
Yeah, street team for
back in the day. We pass out posters and stickers. And
Adley would put the posters all over the windows because he was too cheap to buy curtains.
That's Slum Village, man. I probably got some vinyl somewhere.
And Killer, Guru.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Yeah. See, he goes deep. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, I'm real, into hip hop. I'll make personal mixes for myself of just all the new underground stuff, just so I can listen to it.
Did you like the new Black Star that came out 6 months ago?
I haven't heard it yet. I haven't heard it.
I wasn't the biggest fan, bro, which sucks.
Decent,
yeah,
but it's not the same.
The Five Dog. I keep talking about this album every time somebody comes on. The Five Dog album I thought was really good. I want to find another one of those though. Like I want to find some more grown up hip hop with this, like, you know, because like that, you know, when Damage told us what year he came up as a DJ, like I was kind of like, oh man, there was so much fun hip hop at that point, but there was a lot of fun like radio track rap musics, and even radio rap music was good, was lyrical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you got into like Peanut Butter Wolf, or you got into what's that dude, the Black Elvis? What's that cat's name? You know what I'm talking about, Adley? Black Elvis. You know what I'm talking about? Keith.
Cool Keith?
Cool Keith, yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh,
you know,
I was just looking at some of his stuff recently.
Yeah, and if you get
Ultramagnetic
into, like,
MCs, yeah.
Exactly. If you're getting into like that, that's because you love hip hop, bro. You
I
love it.
New people like I don't know if you guys heard of Griselda. There's Conway, the dude named Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher, and West Side Gun. They have a group called Griselda, but they all do solo stuff, and they're like pretty much Wu-Tang like signed them off as the new Wu-Tang type deal.
Griselda. Okay, you got to get down, because the problem is, Damage is a lot of this new stuff is just, dude, I can't do it. I'm not about that life, man. You know what I mean?
I dig pretty deep. Like Freddie, I've been checking out Freddie Gibbs a lot. He's Madlib's artist.
Oh,
okay. So Madlib produces all his stuff, and it's pretty. He just came out with a new album was pretty good. Benny the Butcher just got signed to Def Jam.
Oh wow,
nice.
And signed like a really big deal with them, and then Conway the Machine. Check them out. Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher.
This is all grown up hip hop. I'm not going to be listening to something and disappointed, correct?
No, it's all grown up hip hop.
Okay, cool, man. Everybody keeps throwing these names at me that don't impress me. Everybody, what's the one you're always trying to trick me into listening to, Adley? The kid from Compton. What's that dude's name? Everybody knows. He was on the Super Bowl. What's that kid's name?
Yeah, you know who that is. Oh my gosh, dude. It's Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. Adley always try to
like him, Damage, or not?
I don't really get into Kendrick.
Really?
I like J. Cole. I don't know. Okay. Kendrick just, it sounds, he just kind of talks about nothing. Like
I'm telling you, Adley, Damage, you know who Damage could have kept up with? Pete and Ryan, dude. Pete, we had these guys, these two dudes in our crew, in our DJ crew when we were young. They were two white dudes, but they knew hip hop music. Like we were like, where are you finding this stuff? Like they would just find this hip hop music that was just beautiful.
Yeah, I'm always on the hunt for new stuff. Like I said, Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher, I probably been listening to them the most. Freddie Gibbs, Ransom, and then there's like a bunch of albums coming out from all the Griselda. Like all their homies are coming out with albums, and they're all really good, bro. They're like kind of Wu-Tang style.
All right, I want to listen to this. I'm going to listen to this after the show.
What are you getting your kids into? What do you play for them when it comes to old school?
They got to listen to whatever I'm listening to. It's my car, you know.
Okay, and they dig it though, right? I mean,
no, they want to. They're like, play this, play that, and I'm like, nah.
They want some Shoreline Mafia.
Right
my kids listened to the Beastie Boys with me this morning. We listened to Intergalactic.
Classic
every morning
stuff,
we listen to
dude.
music, me and my kids, and we jump on the trampoline. So tomorrow, I think
my daughter was all, play Big Papa. I'm like, why? How do you know about Big Papa?
Okay,
I'll play Big Papa.
It's funny Rodney, how some of these TikToks bringing some of these like songs back, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. We had Rodney Ojo Cooley was at Elements last Friday, so all week I was playing or even a few weeks I was playing all the Rodney Ojo Cooley songs from the late 80s, early 90s of my kid, and he digs it, and it's like, dude, so much better than I sound like an old man, but so much better than some of the new stuff. You're just like,
I guess I don't care if I sound like an old man.
Yeah.
All right, Damage. Where can everybody find you at? Where are you on? What are you on? What social are you
on? I'm on Facebook. It's my Facebook won't let me change my name, so it just says Matt Palafox.
You can't put a middle name in there. Can you put your middle name as Damage?
It wouldn't let me do it, bro.
It wouldn't let you know. It let me do.
I think the baby's mama's put like a spell on it. You know,
that's another episode. We need to touch on that.
Yeah, no, we don't even know how many baby mamas this dude has.
Oh no, well I'm gonna get my podcast Titty Talk going with my boy Titties, and it's gonna be entertaining. We're gonna.
Gonna bring? Can you bring the Chino brothers on? Damage.
Yeah, we'll bring you guys on.
Word,
we did one show. We did one show, and we talked about eating ass.
Oh my gosh. Is that what the whole show's about? Because Adley does the announcements for his church, so I don't necessarily know. If,
the whole show was about that.
Oh, dude! Oh my gosh! Dude.
And there's quite a lot of information about that, more than we knew.
What's homeboy? But what's homeboy? The president of the Eat a Booty Club. Who was that? That was who was that? Adley.
I was even playing like samples from songs. Where like that song is all because you gotta eat the booty like groceries.
Oh yeah, that was a chick singer. It was
Every
time I heard that, I was like, no, how was this on the radio?
Eat a Booty Club was from what's his name? Take It to the House.
Trick Daddy.
Yeah, Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy's he says he's the president of the Eat a Booty Club. You guys didn't know that? How are you gonna talk about eating booty?
The Eating Booty Club got real big.
Oh, he said he's the president, man.
But yeah, we're gonna.
It was Chris Brown and Janae Eco. Eat the booty like groceries.
Wow.
So it was a successful show, but we had to cut it off because of other stuff going on.
That's at Chewy's too, right? Wasn't it?
We did it at Chewy's.
Chewy's is closed now, man.
Maybe we shouldn't have done that topic.
Is that
public.
I know, man.
At a restaurant.
You were trying to eat their chicken.
Right?
Dingleberry.
Was eating a burrito like
yeah, it was probably the wrong place to do it.
Now where else can they find it? On Instagram?
I'm on Instagram, DJ Damage 1210.
Twitch,
and,
TikTok.
I'm barely getting on TikTok. Like I don't know what the TikTok is.
We're about to
but
I
barely
for TikTok. Don't feel bad.
Just drop your mini sets on there, bro. I saw.
Yeah,
me and my son were watching your last one.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing. I just barely made an account.
You know what I want to do? I want to ask every DJ to film a set and send it to me in Pittsburgh, and then just use that as my playlist at the shop. How dope would that be?
Ooh, that'd be really
cool.
That'd
be sick.
Oh, damn! Let's do shout outs too, real quick.
Yeah.
Shout outs. Shout out Noe G. Shout out to DJ Nocturnal, DJ Ace. Who else? Rest in peace, Alex G.
Yeah.
Party Boy. Fred, Wild One. Oh So Mighty, Soul, Butter. Shout out to all y'all. That's all I got.
All right,
hit up the shop.
Hey, yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching the Chino Brothers. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and all that other stuff. And other than that, thank you so much, Damage. I had a great time.
Thanks, Damage.
Thanks for having me.
All love,
you have
man.
a good time? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a good time. Let me know when you
cool.
want to bring me back, because I feel like we only touched like 10% of the story. You know?
Right,
there's so much more.
All right, you guys. We'll see you next time.
All right, y'all.
Boom.